Well, Brussels is an interesting city, quite frankly, and it's complex because there's a real they they have a very complex system of government. Um, and Brussels alone has 19 boroughs, okay, 6 police forces plus a federal police. And so coordination and cooperation can be problematic, not to mention their intelligence service. Overwhelmingly, I would suggest that there are some serious problems in relation to uh, relationships with the public there, and quite frankly, one doesn't really want to talk about these things, but maybe Molenbeek was one of the government no-go zones, particularly that for the police. In France, for example, there's over 700 no-go zones, and that's official. They actually have an official government site which basically tells you these are where they are. And years ago, when I was with the Gendarme Nationale on a visit, we were touring Lyon, and they told me that there was a no-go area. Well, if Molenbeek in Brussels is the same, that becomes very problematic, because overwhelmingly you've got approximately a city of 1.4 million people with 19 communes or boroughs, and that becomes exceedingly complex when you're trying to liaise with police, the various police forces and intelligence organizations. Not to mention, for years and years and years, this Islamist issue has been put to the back burner, and now it's surfaced and is causing great problems not only for Brussels but also Europe writ large. Attacks in Paris, it was discovered that one of the individuals that helped orchestrate the attack was on the migrant stream that came in. And this is a bit of a shocker for a lot of people, and it did cause a lot of consternation to the police and security authorities. That being said, if any one of those three, I think we have one individual that was definitely from Molenbeek and is a French national, but the other two individuals, if they had come in through the migrant stream or were basically motivated to become Islamists in Brussels, that's going to have a serious impact upon how future governments are going to deal with this problem. And I think what's going to happen is you're going to have to take a look at, the situation with the economy, with the younger people that are there in Molenbeek, for example, with rates of up to nearly 50% unemployment. You've got a level of education that's probably lower. Many of them are Moroccan. So there's a serious economic, social, and a political issue that's been put on the back burner for a long time, and it's come to the forefront now. And it's going to demand some serious attention by the French authorities, the Belgian authorities. Recent reports have also indicated that there were 5,000 Islamic State infiltrators amongst the latest migrant groups. Well, if that's the case, it's 1.1 million that have arrived, and they're still coming in to Turkey and into Greece. This situation becomes serious because for a number of reasons. When you take a look at, in particular, right now, one report stated that France is monitoring 7,000 targets of concern. Well, 7,000 targets, depending on the situation, requires anywhere from 10 to 16 person years to monitor one target. And so when you're looking at from surveillance, intelligence gathering, that sort of routine, it becomes very, very costly and vitally important that you don't lose the target at any one time, because it's a matter of hours, something could change. So there's a cost to all these issues, and it's got to weigh heavily on the government. In relation to Canada, it becomes vitally important that the Canadian Border Security Agency, CSIS, and the RCMP, as well as other security and police agencies, undertake the appropriate clearances for these people to become either visa visitor or as a potential migrant to Canada. This way it assures not only the safety and security of the individuals, but also Canadian citizens writ large.